Above the desert world of Tatooine, Retelling IV is pursued by the evil Empire. Caught by the tractor beam of the Imperial Star Destroyer, R2-D2 is brought before the Princess of Alderaan, Leia Organa. As the dark forces of the Empire breach Retelling IV, the rebels attempt to protect the princess from the evil might of Darth Vader. Escaping together, C-3PO and R2-D2 reach the escape pods and launch towards the planet below. The Imperial forces strip apart the ship in search of the princess, arresting her for suspected rebel activity and intercepting the plans for the Death Star. Vader dispatches Imperial forces to begin searching for the stolen plans. Down on the desert planet of Tatooine, the two droids are captured by the furry creatures, Jawas, who plan to sell the droids to the locals. Upon arrival, Owen Lars and Luke Skywalker are presented with a lineup of droids, eventually settling on R2 and 3PO. R2 reveals a secret message intended for a mysterious Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Princess of Alderaan. Luke hasn't heard of an Obi-Wan, but knows of Ben Kenobi. During the following night, R2 escapes from a Lars homestead in search of Kenobi. Luke and 3PO track down the little astromech before being ambushed by a group of Tusken Raiders. During the raid, the mighty call of a Krayt Dragon engulfs the mountains of Tatooine, scaring away the Tusken Raiders. Coming to Luke's rescue, old Ben Kenobi takes the farm boy and his droids to his home. R2 plays the message to Ben, teaching Luke about the Force, the Clone Wars, and giving him a lightsaber that belonged to his father. Realizing that the droid holds vital rebellion information, Ben asks Luke to accompany him to the Alderaan to deliver the news to the princess's parents. On the journey to Mos Eisley, Luke and Ben discover the Jawa's remains from the might of the Imperial Stormtroopers. Fearing the worst, Luke returns home to the deaths of his aunt and uncle. He agrees to join Ben on his mission against the Empire. Aboard the Death Star, Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Vader interrogate Princess Leia on the location of the secret rebel base. Lying to the agents of evil, she suggests the secret base is located on Tatooine, but as a show of might and concern for rebel activity, the two use the laser to destroy the planet of Alderaan. Watching her family and home destroyed in front of her, she returns to her cell to be further interrogated for the real rebel base. Arriving in Mos Eisley, Ben and Luke enlist the help of Han Solo and Chewbacca to transport them to Alderaan. However, droids are located and the Empire begins to pursue them. Escaping the Imperial forces, the group travel through hyperspace to the location of Alderaan. Unable to locate the planet, they are pulled aboard the evil Death Star to locate the princess and deliver the plans to a secret base. Luke, Han, and Chewbacca locate the princess and safely return her to the Millennium Falcon. Meanwhile, Ben Kenobi confronts Vader, sacrificing himself so that the others can escape. Leia informs her rescuers of the location of the rebel base on Yavin IV. Unknown to the rebels, the Empire has planted a tracking device aboard the Falcon, leading the Death Star to them. Preparing for a fight, the rebels discover the weakness in the Death Star and launch an assault that would affect the future of the entire galaxy. Suffering many losses, Luke travels down the trenches of the Death Star to use the Force and launches proton torpedoes into the exhaust of the space station. In close pursuit, Vader attempts to kill Skywalker, but is stopped by Han, resulting in the destruction of the Death Star. Celebrating the victory over the tyrannous Empire, Luke and Han join Leia in her efforts to defeat the Empire, setting them on a journey they could never imagine.